Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I guess I'm continuing round 4 coverage, and I believe this is the round of not helicopters, but the round of stretching out content as much as humanly possible. And today, quite a little treat. In the blue corner, representing the countries of NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, we have Allcuza. Of course, I have many games of this player on my channel, and you can watch them after you watch this game. And his opponent, the Russian dragon, the master of disaster. I don't care. His name's just Komaromi. Komaromi, of course, one of the top players in the world, at least top 5, maybe 6th place. He's very, very good, very, very high rated, and he does very well. And so it's always worthwhile to watch one of these high rated players just to get an idea of what everybody is doing and what's good. Because these guys spend a lot of time at that. And right off the bat, Komaromi's actually going to go for a 3 command strategy. We've seen moderate successes with 3 command strategies so far on this map. Most of them have been failures. 3 commands means that you're immediately not going to be aggressive. You're going to try and defend what you can. And you can see that he's actually very defense-oriented with his build because he has lots of these Flakpanzers invested already. So he already knows he's going to get a lot of anti-aircraft vehicles and looks like some infantry. Allcuza so far, does he only have 1 command? Might be going for an all-in here. And it seems like it. He's going for tanks. A lot of these we sell MK20 support vehicles and Marines. Okay, here comes another command armor. So it's not entirely an all-in, but he will be behind economically. He's going to have to do a pretty mean punch. And lots of infantry, tanks, a lot of the more standardy stuff. And looks like, ooh, is this a greedy play? Oh, it's not the super greedy play. When you have 3 commands, taking the middle or taking India are considered risky. So to take both the middle and to take this India base would be insane. And a lot of the people who are failing with 3 command strategies are doing that. And maybe commander on the move, fast command, taking seemingly the long way. Or maybe, oh my god, pause. I'm just going to get inside the head of Komaromi. He's going to do something really weird. And something, I think what he's going to do is take this command armor all along down this road and take Delta. And that would give him a flanking position on Charlie and also access to this whole flank. I don't know if it'll pay out, but it's interesting he does that. And he's actually going to take Echo, so it looks like he will in fact be going for flanking maneuver and taking potentially Delta. It'd be interesting. So he's going for 3 reinforcement points. Whoa. He has 4 command armors. How did I not see? He has 4 command armors. He is the most greedy player in this tournament so far. Even 3 is considered to be pretty obscene, but he's going for 4 command armors. He's taking middle, he's taking Echo, he's taking Bravo, and he's going to swing around and he's going to snag Bravo, Delta as well. There are some vehicles here to greet him, of course, and immediately we have a little bit of action in the middle. Komaromi trying to take out this key jungle spot here. Securing this jungle makes attacks like these kind of harder. He's got a few units in here, and we already see a lot of leopards. This game's very loud. Oh my god, I don't have options because this is an older viewer. Okay, we're going to struggle through this. Right now, we can see that Allcuza has a lot of tanks available and a lot of units. And there's actually not that much here for Komaromi, so he's going to have to micro his heart out and hope for some lucky rockets. Furnspeyer immediately being deployed against these Fusiliers. The Fusiliers are doing quite well. A Weasel MK20 runs straight into grenade range. They're taking some pretty significant damage as some leopards are just going to drive on by. Might get knocked out themselves. Boom. Grenade cooldown just came up as they ran by. And here comes a lot of tanks. And it's a lot of tanks that are going to die to very few units. In fact, this side attack here is creating massive instability. The side armor of these leopards is not great. And units being used insanely effectively. The Fusiliers is still alive. The MK20s no doubt will go down. There's a Leopard 2 A4 squad here. And looks like these anti-aircraft are actually totally out of missiles. The tank being pulled back. The command armor looks like it's getting pulled back very slowly. Nope, it's still in play. And this is kind of scary. Here comes some great micro by Komaromi, pulling the tank back, wanting to kite this group. And whoa, we just saw a huge snare from this helicopter, able to pick off these units effectively. Fusilier squad actually doing so well that it's completely drained its supply of rockets. It still has those oh so great frag grenades, but nothing's in range. If he can get this martyr rolling too, he will definitely pick up some bonus points here. Allcuza not doing so hot despite having an army lead, and this is what I'm talking about. A great player is able to use small amounts of forces to a big effect. The Fusilier squad finally down. The Leopard is getting close, and he micros it back just in time, and it kills off all of the infantry. Chasseurs Moss have been deployed. They're stunned, and the command armor, oh my god. I'm putting my hands to my face because this is the kind of tenacity of a player like Komaromi. Being able to get 4 points like this gives him a significant lead. This is 2, 3, 10, 13 points, plus 3 reinforcement points compared to just 8. That means he's 5 points behind. And he's doing it with so few units. It's very, very impressive. It's actually, to me, this is far more impressive than a person who does a big rush and just kills somebody. This is insanely impressive. The flak panzers are almost out of fuel, need to get into position very quickly as the command armor lights up this point, and suddenly Komaromi's actually going to early on split up the map completely 50-50, and Awisa MK20 coming in for a snipe. The command armor gets pulled back, tank rushing forward trying to save this. Some infantry are being deployed by Komaromi to try and save this, and no, he's actually going to keep this point. That is scary. The MK20 running out of fuel. It can take 16 more steps, and Leopard instantly kills it. Wow. So now Allcuza is in a very sticky situation. He's 400 points behind on units, which is the amount of units that Komaromi would have had extra had he not gone for this extra command. And now he's going to deploy this infantry into these towns here. And if you can get them in this area, huge advantage to him. A few units coming in here, not really a ton. Command armor getting pulled back very quickly. He has, what kind of units are these? The Fusilier squad, very popular in this tournament. And a Wisa MK20, this could actually spawn some trouble because this is a very potent supply vehicle. And we have urban combat going on in this zone that nobody takes, in a strategy that nobody has seen, in a style that will probably not be emulated because the round is over. Very particular, very odd. And it's even possible that Komaromi might have even released this game with this very odd tactic, just to kind of say to people, hey, I can do anything. There is nothing outside my range of talents. And speaking of crazy steal, he snags these 2 MD Jupiters, and he's resupplying all his units, and he has secured that location. Of course, these Cobras completely out of ammunition after completely stomping in a lot of infantry. Komaromi also getting the FOB, so he has a lot of expensive stuff on the map, and he's not afraid to use it. And here we go, Allcuza going for an airborne approach. Of course, what he probably didn't see here is the vast number of Flakpanzers that are available to defend this. Either that or he knows about it, he just doesn't care. It's possible he just doesn't care, and immediately taking advantage of this income, he's going to push some infantry forward, trying to take these forward forested locations, and trying to create a flank, and also kind of a stopping ground. If he can get this, this is a pretty key point here. If he can get this, he can stop the road-based reinforcements on this point here, and this area will be completely secure. So I'm kind of interested to see what's happening in 2 locations at once. Komaromi able to successfully get these infantry past this group of Delta Force. However, the big battle going on. Flanking around the back, he actually might be able to get this command armor. Does he have recon? Can he see it? Can he see it is the key. He is targeting down this martyr BTSI, which of course has magically become invisible. And flak panzers are moving forward, doing very, very significant damage to these areas. And actually, a few more anti-aircraft units have been spawned on the map, including this very potent Shrapnel with its rockets, which will just bring them down. And here we go. He's actually going to try and move up. He has to get in range of spotting this command armor. If he can do that, he can do significant damage, but it looks like just not enough. There's just too much anti-air here for him to deal with that. And in fact, he's going to lose a lot more and fall even further behind. I mean, no offense to Allcuza. He is a good player. He's done very well in the tournament to get this far. I don't think anybody was expecting him to beat Komaromi. I think Komaromi is a guy people are expecting to be in the finals. Kind of scary, but it's true. Anybody who can knock out Komaromi will take a lot of gumption, a lot of skill, and a lot of non-standard play. Because Komaromi is doing something weird and ridiculous. And it is. It's weird and it's ridiculous. He's doing something that shouldn't be possible. He opened up with 4 bases. He defended with 400 points less units than his opponent. And now he's kind of pushing forward and getting a lot of these very valuable units. That makes him a very, very scary man. This position here is particularly interesting because it actually isolates this force here. That force here doesn't do anything anymore. Kind of interesting. The only thing you can do is stop the reinforcements from this side. Whoa! Lots of gazelles being deployed for Komaromi. Nothing is beyond this man. This guy has no shame. Marta BTSI is going to clean up this VAB as well as a few helicopters. He's not showing his hand, which is good. He has shown off a few helicopters, which is good. And little does his opponent know, there's actually a massive flank of 7 helicopters going all the way around the map. And there's really no anti-air here. Another signal that Allcuza might be in trouble. However, there are some anti-aircraft vehicles in the middle. So the middle will mostly be secure. But this has kind of been a problem of not only this map, but this mode, the destruction mode. These kind of all-ins are very effective because you can take an infinite number of losses as long as you kill command armors. And actually, whoa, Allcuza is actually going to go and bring a command armor over to Charlie just as he needs the resources for anti-air. Just when he can get a significant lead with anti-air forces. We see infantry helicopter all-in attempt by Komaromi. Not going so hot. Let's be honest, that's probably not the most graceful play he's done. And he's got to drop these infantry at some point. On top of the Chasseurs, of course, not the best place. And what he really wants to do is get rid of this Trapanel here. If he can get rid of that, that'd be huge. Marta VT side coming in the back to support, and here comes the helicopters. And this is a key. If these helicopters can pick off one or all these commands, and whoa, he actually has another flank of 8 helicopters. This is roughly 16 helicopters based on his 4 command strategy, which of course is unheard of. We shouldn't be too critical of Allcuza for getting this extra command armor because that's the right choice. In an instance where you're kind of losing and your opponent has more commands than you, you can either attack or get an extra command. And he chose the extra command. Now, looks like the commander finally down. There it goes. And he's actually chased that one. So there's only 1 commander left on the map. All because of some very poor timing on the part of Allcuza. Very bad luck would be another way of saying it. Just because he happened to get a command armor just as his opponent was in trouble. All of the anti-airs actually been killed, except for this murder rule in 2 by Komaromi. And he's just slowly picking apart at this poor motor carrier. And oh my god, there's so many helicopters. And he's got these helicopters just flicking at the back, preparing themselves to move up and do a little bit of skirmishing. And now he's just using these helicopters just to pick off enemy forces. He's got to retreat, of course. These Weasel Mk20s will probably be too much for the helicopters to handle. He might lose this helicopter. It is low on fuel as well. And yes, he does in fact lose it. And so now we see more helicopters rushing in, trying to do some damage. The Weasel Mk20, the murder roll in 2 not in good position. The Weasel Mk20 should be able to deal with this. And the mortar carriers actually go on. Another huge steal by Komaromi. The difference between a top tier player and a lower one is significant. Allcuza does the right thing though, taps out, and Komaromi, of course, is a beast and continues on the round 5. Nobody questioned how far he'd get in this tournament. Everybody knew he'd do this well. But the surprise here isn't really that he won with the tactic that he did. It's very non-standard, very non-typical, and it's something worth emulating because he's shown that with the right unit composition, you can defend anything. My name has been Troublemaker. I have one more game to the day, and I'd like to thank you guys for watching. See you in like an hour after I record this and stuff. Bye.